Hello everyone, welcome back to the series on the Almohad Empire that I've been trying to create and move from North Africa all the way to Andalusia. So right now we're still consolidating this area. We're currently at war. We're actually helping out our allies, as you can see here. And the aim of this campaign is rather to consolidate North Africa, as I said, and to build a very powerful base, right? Before moving on to what a mess here. We lost prestige. But before moving on to Andalusia, I do want to control modern day Morocco a little bit, and perhaps other parts of North Africa. So in the last episode, if you managed to follow, you'll know that my father, Al-Athir II, was actually assassinated. And so currently I'm playing with this ruler, the third, who is his older son. And if you managed to follow the previous episodes, you know that family members have been getting imprisoned in Tagant because the Duke over there, the High Chief, has always been raiding our capital, which is at the frontier here. So there's something very dangerous about playing in that region, is that you, just as much as you raid, you can get raided as well by neighboring people. So now we're actually trying to find a physician, and she's helping us right now with the current illness, and she reduced our disease symptoms, so we will probably heal. But we are in a stressful situation. Recently, I feel like I'm not worthy of the Grand Emirate of Anbiya. Do other rulers doubt themselves as I doubt myself? I try to be good, temperate, and umara, but my mouth seems to water constantly. Everything makes me hungry. Why am I so damnably uncharacteristically hungry? Damn this universe for raising one so poor as me to such heights. I'm just as good as the rest. Alright, so we don't want this to turn into anything larger. Let's go help out our allies here. Break the siege. I think this is going to be a victory pretty soon. So we're helping them. What is it? What is it that they're trying to do? It's a liberty war. Oh, right. So they're in some sort of civil war right now. I'm glad to be well again. I've healed. So it's 100%, I believe. Okay, there we go. So be it. Let's disband and see what our levy size is. It's not bad. It's close to 2,500. Now, I personally, I want to basically conquer some duchies. Thing is that I don't have, what is it that I don't have? I'm not illustrious. So before I can, get there, I think it's probably better or best that I raid, as is what I typically do, to increase my prestige. So let us go raid here and take what we can. Spouse up to the task. Some of my counselors believe the job is theirs by right of blood or influence alone. How wrong they are. I expect results, yet I'm often disappointed. After a long day, I am complaining to Zunaka when she interrupts me, and that is my wife. Let me do something about it, husband. A few lessons might sharpen their wits. So Chancellor Takia could use a tutor. Alright. So we're now basically going on a raiding spree. Here we go, taking that money here, and obviously along with that comes the prestige. I do want to get in some sort of physical confrontation, or a military confrontation, but I will also call a hunt right now to increase the prestige of my ruler, so I had to pull him out of the army. Bounding through the oasis, I am gaining on the majestic stag I've been chasing for hours. Just as I prepare to strike, I hear my spy master, Ixi, cry out in pain. He has fallen and is now clutching his leg. Will I actually tend to him? There's no time to lose. The stag is escaping. So it's pretty selfish of me, but we need illustrious right now. The hunt is drawing to an end. We mount our horses to leave the oasis behind as the servants prepare the stag and other game for the journey back. In spite of our difficulties along the way, the hunt went very well. So the hunt ends here. And we got some, prestige out of that. So that's awesome. Maybe I can actually attack these guys over here. Keep running away from me. Actually, look. Here we go. We're gonna hit them right here. Now we're being called to war. This is so annoying. I kind of want to decline, but I can't because I would lose 350 fame. And that would be super counterproductive for me. But then the armies here of the Umayyads, whom I'm at war with, will come and attack me. So I should kind of try to escape as soon as possible. Not to get destroyed or crushed by them. And you see they're on my tail. What a terrible time to actually be drawn into a conflict. But luckily, this time my raiders escaped. And I think I should go for engineered for destruction and then living off the land, since we're going to be doing so much raiding. So we're bringing back 100 ducats and also 100 prestige with us. So that will bring us closer to our intended objective here. So this guy, basically this guy died. I can use the subjugate against him here. Okay, so this guy died and then this went to the Canaries. We will take care of that in a bit. This is what happens when realm breaks away. Let me see. I will increase my men-at-arms. Wait a little bit till we're, closer to the 3,000. So what's this war about? It's the Mercian conquest of the Sheikhdom of Alcaraz. I mean, now is not the time to pick those types of fights. But sure. At least not for me. I was kind of focused on my own wars, but it's okay. Raise armies. See what we can do here. With all my heart, you get a secret witch. Maybe I will become a witch. Or perhaps no, I will want nothing to do with this begone demon. I don't want to risk being kind of socially ostracized or something. Or become a social outcast of sorts. So let's go help our allies here. Now the Umayyads are in a little bit of a tough spot because they're fighting, I think, multiple wars. Living off of the land. That'll be good when we go raiding ourselves. And we're getting raided by who? Okay. I curse the meddlesome savages. We're eventually going to have to subdue all the tribes in the area. Let's see. That gives us a victory. 196 fame. Wow. Okay, so we're getting closer to illustrious. Should we take on the Umayyads? Let me see. Okay, these guys are going in a different direction. They're sieging, so maybe we can help with the siege ourselves. Can't wait for this war to be over. The wife is now pregnant. We got a daughter the last time around. So maybe it's time now that we probably ally with... I'm worried about this alliance because of the congenital trait here, club-footed. But we need alliances just in case we get attacked by a powerful kingdom. Excellent. So it's 100% we won this war for our allies. And then we get fame out of it. It's time to disband. Part of me thinks maybe, you know, subjugate these islands here. What are they? Are they... They are tribal. What's the development like here? Or maybe subjugate these folks. I can't because they are actually non-subjugatable. They are, in fact, they're not tribes. What about these guys? This is a clan as well. So let's check the government map. So anything to the north here, you see their clans. That's a republic here. So yeah, we're gonna have to use subjugate against these folks. I mean, we can do Ghana, but no, we can't. They're so powerful. And my biggest fear is that they might come and haunt us one day. So, you know, if they decide one day that they want to subjugate us, then we are, you know, in a really tough spot. So I gotta keep an eye out on them. But they're not my, you know, my concern here. My concern is the north again. So let's begin by subjugating the Canaries. Might as well just do it now. Go straight for their capital where it hurts the most. Wow, it's kind of expensive to, you know, get on your boat here. So my guy has a lot of he has a lot of concerns here. He's always freaked out. Okay, so more daughters. Fortunately, they have so they have rampant disease here, a disease outbreak. So unfortunately, I don't have any sons just yet. So that's gonna take a while. Not one day too soon. My aunt and rival passed away, so that relieves me of stress. Okay, I'm no longer as overwhelmed by stress. Good. It's always nice to know. Spy master aside. So let us see what's where the enemy is. I don't see them around though. Okay. We are getting close to illustrious. Okay, they're not near my capital. Just gotta keep an eye out on them because you never know where they might come from. Your glory is widely known. So I'm finally illustrious now. And so that is no longer my war. These Sus broke away, so now I'm currently subjugating this guy here. Or these guys broke away, rather. So I have to go and fight my battle here. This is the thing I hate about subjugation wars, is that you're kind of doing them and then suddenly you get, you know, the character who you're trying to subjugate dies and then the war itself is invalidated. Hopefully we can get a full 100% war score here. No. 59%. Not bad. Oh, look, here they are. Deliver a speech about unifying the crowd. Might as well join. No, I don't want to get injured or be harmed. My spy master Emir Ghanem has accused my vassal Sheikh Wataz of having an extramarital affair with his lover Basili. How could he defile the sanctity of his marriage? That gives us 85%. Let's go back to Sus. Maybe we can release these folks here. So we're losing a lot of prestige, as you can see. And that's inevitable because we have a massive amount of regiments, right? So let's see. 85%. I think with more territory here, we win. I'm just really tired of getting involved in the Allies' wars. They can get very annoying every time they're trying to subjugate us. Alright, bring us into their wars when we're trying to raid. So we win, and we've actually successfully incorporated this guy who had broken away. So, I don't know exactly how that happened. But in any case, he's an Almohad like us, so he should like us. Right? I mean, why does he hate us so much? Unlawfully executed family. That's right. Wants seat on the council. I mean, let him dare a rebellion against us, and I think he'll get crushed very easily. So, let me see now. My allies are winning. I don't think there's any point in going and helping them. I want to see these guys. Asfi here. I can get this whole territory. So, let me see. Let me wait till my troops or total soldiers actually caps to the max, and then I'm gonna go in for that war. Okay. Assign. Alright. We're gonna go for this. Inferior, right. Forgot about that, but we have a problem again, is that we don't have the amount of prestige, but we can maybe go on a feast or hold a feast if I can just replace this guy with somebody else. So actually I'll call another hunt. You gain a hunting trophy. We return home reinvigorated. So there we go. That's 150 right there. I will see. Hold a feast. That'll cost us 100, but feasts are nice. Welcome, friends, and the feast begins. It seems like it might work on a real battlefield. So the other guests are laughing and chattering in the noisy hall, making it hard to focus on the gruel in front of me. I draw lines and engagements in the greasy sludge as I think of ways to counter various battle plans as a splash of arrows rains down over the center. Archers in sight. Okay, that's cool. My dear wife Zunaga has been working hard to ensure that everything about the feast goes smoothly. The food arrives on time, the guests are all seated in the right place, and everyone seems content. With Zunaga beside me at the great table, everything is ready. I squeeze her hand and smile at her before rising to announce the start of celebrations. As a plate after plate of food is brought into the great hall, an unmistakable smell reaches me, and I smile. That my devious vassal Raisa Zahida is sensitive to lemon is something I sadly forgot to tell the cook. I bid you all welcome, and I pray you will find the food to your liking. Her face, as I savor from the food, is definitely to my liking. Alright. We need a new marshal until next time. So we're making up for that lost prestige, and luckily for these events or these decisions, they give you that option. Greetings, my sensible liege. Emira Adiba is dear to me. Would you let her go in return for this offer? What offer? Signed. Declined. There's a lot of money to be had here. Let's ransom her. He will not accept. Oh my god. Fidada. So we've only been getting daughters. Only daughters. At what point do we get a son? Right? Sheikhdom of Tunis. Sheikhdom of Granada. How about sum of all skills? And let's look for the inheritable traits. So she's deemed to be intelligent, and there's a medium chance of having children with her, so we will go for that marriage. All babies cry, but with little Fidada, there is no end to the tears. Okay, so that war is done. Now we're raiding the Umayyads here. How powerful are they? They're not really strong, actually. By the way, raiding Spain is, or the Iberian Peninsula, can be very lucrative, as you can see here. Look at that. Their capital was 89 ducats. So I usually go on raids there with whatever kind of, tribal group I'm playing if I'm near enough. Sure, you can have her back. Sappers. Am I still the head of the culture? I am. So let me actually see what sort of fascination. Can recruit Mubarizun as men at arms. Expected discovery in about 45 years now that I've clicked on it. The cultural head is fascinated by this innovation, boosting its progress. The cultural head can anytime choose to be fascinated by another innovation. I will focus on, let me see, plenary assemblies. In order to effectively govern, we must bring all free men to the realm together to discuss and resolve legislative matters. Attendance is mandatory. And those who do not come will be fined and forfeit their ability to influence any decisions made. Let's focus on Mubarizun. We captured this child here, and the ransom is not really high. Do no more than what is necessary. So I gained the trait cancer. It is too late for caution. She healed me. I'm not sure. No, that was a different healer, I think. Or was it the same one? It is too late for caution. So I'm going to tell her to basically, this will not happen again. She botched it. And so now I'm one-eyed. I haven't been very fortunate with my, with my characters. They've been dying fairly early. So I'm on, the verge of death. Let me return back home. Perhaps I can actually attack Asfi before it's too late. Before this guy dies. Sure, you can have the person back. Ah, it's too late. So now I'm the brother. The brother has taken it on. The kingdom, that is. So let's see. Get a perk here, apostate. Not that I need that. Maybe, sure. Different faith opinion plus 15. Why not? Now we bring back our money or our gold that we looted, and we got a dangerous faction apparently that's brewing. What? He just brought back that much gold? Raid loot delivered. Oh, 142. Okay, yeah, because they're coming in 2 stacks. So one brought back 10 and the other one brought back 142. When you put them together, the limit is much higher. The curse of death has fallen upon my court. A case of smallpox has been discovered. The unfortunate victim is my courtier Zunaga, who is my sister-in-law, the wife of my brother who passed away. Let me see. Vastly inferior. What about my sons? What does he have? He has a lisp. The Rustam Emirate. Let's get them married to each other. Now, I have a bad congenital trait, which is a lisp. It's not terrible to the point where it's kind of like character breaking. Let's get her to assist us on chivalry. Alright. I was hoping that I would be able to attack Asfi before, but it's not going to happen. So, raiding is perhaps the best option here. As we've been doing, we've been raiding, we've been, I can probably hold a feast too, or call a hunt. Anything to just get back to Illustrious. Now, hopefully this guy doesn't die too young either. Bounding through the oasis, I am gaining on the majestic sky. I have been chased for hours. Just as I prepare to strike, I hear my stepson Emir Ghanem cry out in pain. Who cares? Move on. I am trained in medicine. Actually, there's no time to lose. The stag is escaping. So now I'm distinguished. I want to become illustrious. We return home reinvigorated, even though there were mistakes. So we're increasing the level of fame. Oh, there's a lot of money here in this city. Finally, we are safe. The smallpox outbreak is done, and we can live in some relative peace. So I was worried that now people will start dying en masse as they did. I want Marrakesh. This is a historically important city for the Almohads, who I think, if I recall correctly, it was their second capital during during their reign. So it's also relatively more developed than the other cities around, or the counties around this area, and it's just a closer step to Andalusia, bringing us out of the desert and more into dryland terrains. Now, we've been kind of desecrating these areas for a long time, so we might have to go and attack or go and raid in Andalusia. So I'm gonna go there. Hopefully we can get in some sort of battle with them. They are coming. Let me see. This is you. He has a lot of martial skill. I don't know. We'll see. It says here that we have the advantage. What if we change? No, the chances are... How are they defending in hills though when we're the ones... They're coming at us. I guess they're coming from above us? Not sure. Night situation. Let's have a look at that. Wow, this spy master is pretty powerful. No, apparently not. Let's stick with this guy. So hopefully, I'm glad they've showed up, but it looks like it's a loss for us. Yeah. Pull back. I'm gonna invite a Fatis. Someone who can make our army a little bit stronger here. forgot that we hold this territory, actually. Let's disband. That was a devastating defeat. We'll go back and fight them again. I don't mind. Let's hold a feast. Do not expect to see Allah's justice. Okay, so she becomes cynical. The feast is to... Okay, so in a drunken stubble, Emir ate to unlatched an enormous cauldron hanging over the fireplace in the middle of the feast hall. Savory broth welled forth to cover half the room in a sea of stew. Alright, so curse this mess. So nothing came of this feast. Expecting a little bit more, you know, something to go on, but apparently not all feasts are good, and as you can see here, that was kind of completely devastating. Let's we don't even have money to, or we don't have the prestige to construct anything right now. Again, I'm just gonna wait for it to become 3,500. You grow closer, a friendship with Jada Lamtuna, who's my daughter. Let me see, my son. Who is tutoring you? It's myself. All right. Once it reaches 3,500, we go back on the attack. And now we're being called to war. So it wouldn't make sense to... I should have actually... Hold on. I should put the rally point in here instead. But just about as I'm about to go raiding, my allies choose to invite me to another war. So now the Bellum Justum, it's cheaper to go to war, which is good. So Ixfenson, actually my son, I was watching my son Ixfenson play with another children. Athi tried to push him over. Soon a brawl, so his nephew, had broken out among the children. I don't want him to become fickle nor forgiving. Let's keep him wrathful. What about this side? Oh. Relevance. She's an Amazonian here, so maybe that combination of, you know, that combination of congenital traits. So I have a pretty good son too. The thing is, I'm gonna have to disinherit, and I can't do that. Amir al-Umara Munya gained the trait pregnant. Oh, my son has typhus, and she reduced his symptoms by a lot. So thankfully, you know, thanks to her, he might actually be able to survive. Let's go through the land here, and not through the sea. So he did survive typhus, thankfully. And we got twins. So it's quite a lot of kids here. Oh my god. More wars for us. It will bring prosperity. Let's actually irrigate in Wadan. That's good for the development and the opinion. So now we're at war with Asturias as well. Jaida will become arbitrary. %. This war is won. And we make it to Andalusia. Wow. There's just never any end to wars here. They're just... You kind of agree to go to one war and then you're kind of drawn into another. And what is this war? So we're on the defending side, and I think it's because they were fighting over that county. I'm gonna go... Oh, no. Be careful here. I don't even have a commander here, so... Expansion keeps the trait zealous, of course. I want my son to be zealous. Where are they going? They're heading for the capital. Now, I managed to push these troops away from each other, and I can pick these guys off in the desert by themselves. So that's a kind of good victory right there. Gives us 201 fame. And then maybe we can go and attack their capital here. Jada can stay lazy. I don't really care about her things because she's not going to be the ruler anyways. And now we're helping capture this capital right here. These are again allied wars, but that are probably good for being illustrious here. Oh my god, more call to wars. And now what happens is my intelligent allies decide to come and siege with me, and then we face... What exactly? We face attrition as a result. So... kind of not the brightest allies. Let's I think let's kind of make our way out of here. I think I've really you know, I've done a lot in this war here, so I don't want to get too much involved either. Maybe help them kind of break the siege here, but I see them coming, and it's not... I'm not interested in dying here, so I'm gonna push away and maybe go towards Oran here, or Orania. So you see I'm being chased, and instead of these guys coming and uniting with me, they kind of run away. Cowards. So be it. The Asturian War is over. And am I gonna be abandoned here is the question. It seems like it, yes. And we are going to be doomed right here. So I think I'm gonna pull back my troops and not really care. So you see that war is done. Ixvinson seemed to enjoy our latest feast immensely. He got quite well with everyone. He got along quite well with everyone he spoke to, even the adult guests. Good. I'm gonna disband. That was an ugly defeat. So I can declare wars right now. I can go for a holy war, maybe. Would I be able to go? You can't go to holy wars against fellow Ashrites or Ashrites because they're Sunnis, but I can perhaps maybe do a holy war on these guys. Now they're similar force because they have allies, but let me wait until our troops actually revive here, because that was just absolutely worthless here. Now, who's raiding me? It's your typical culprits. Courtier captured, and that's my son. Now, you know what? I don't mind if he dies. Because he's not, I mean, he's wrathful, he's zealous, he's gregarious, but he has a stuttering. I said lisp earlier, but it's the stuttering. I don't know. Let's put our rally point here and raise the raiders quickly. I think they ran away. These guys keep doing the same thing over and over. They come to our capital, take our children, and then run away with them. So let me crush these guys here as well. My daughter's growing up fast. Decline. Now we're raiding Ghana. I mean, it is quite a stupid move because Ghana can, you know, really, you know, pack a punch too. We bring back some money with us too. We're getting closer to becoming illustrious though. That's good. All right. So now my son is actually imprisoned in Ghana again. So as you can see, this is not the first time that this happens. It's becoming quite a repetitive thing, in fact. So I don't know what we're gonna do. Should I let him rot in jail, or should I pay, you know, for his release? It's gonna be 200 ducats because he's the heir of a kingdom. I don't know. It's a very tough one. But I know that I do want to become illustrious. Let's call a hunt. Poachers here in the Sheikh's woods. They huddle together as I ride up with my guard, making a poor job of hiding the dead boar behind them. We did not do this, your mercy. Their blades and bows belly their words. The animal is mine along with fines for their lives. And we gained 150 prestige out of that. We return home reinvigorated and closer to illustrious here. The endless clash of metal on metal. Me and my trusted spear will not part. Alright, so these are events you've already seen. I'm gonna kind of skip through a little bit really quickly because I do want to conquer the duchy eventually. But I'm waiting again for an opportune moment. What if we hold a feast right now? We welcome everybody to the feast. As the feast is underway and our guests are eating and drinking merrily, Jada approaches Munya and me at the great table. This is a marvelous feast. All my compliments to the host. Yes, I did a great job. Thank you. The pleading gaze I received from my stepson Ghanem is taking on a desperate tone. A group of guests are approaching the corner he has hidden all evening, and the walls are hindering his escape. To think an emir would act in such a way, I would distract the converging guests. And then here's a daughter for us. Let's see. Time to perhaps find a husband for her. Now we'll reset the things. We'll reset the filters, and then we'll find perhaps an alliance among the Burkhanids. Alright, so now we have, you know, a solid set of alliances in the area. You know, we got 4. So we got one of our vassals is our ally. He's pretty powerful. We got the Burkhanids here. We got the Rustamids here. We got Emir Hilal ibn Amaska. Where is he? Okay, it's the Salamids in Zaragoza. So if need be, we can call our allies to war. So now I'm gonna go for Asfi. Finally, this is what I've been waiting for. And my ruler died previously. And then I want to see if I can actually declare myself king of Maghreb, which I think I will be able to right after this. So there we get the kingdom of Maghreb. Let me see. Are they bringing in their... Oh, they're calling upon allies. So we might have to do the same thing. We have too few spouses, which means that we can, in fact... One of our allies, I think, is at war with us. I'm not sure. Or he's joining the other side. Okay, so these guys are already in wars. That's the issue here. I will call them nonetheless. Let's see. We have too few spouses. Who can we ally with? Monaco. Sure. And I'm going to call this guy to war. Whoops, I closed that by accident. Alright, so are these guys willing to join or not yet? He's considering the proposal, so it's not yet official. Should I dare and go up the mountain? Yeah. Apparently I get the advantage. I'm not sure why. Am I kind of descending on him? This is where we're going to begin to take it a little bit slowly, because it's bound to get actually harder here. And, you know, you can see them coming in. So we're doing some damage. We're dealing some blows. So now let's ask Wanako to join us, perhaps. They're not in any war, so... and it's only going to cost us 150 prestige. They're really avoiding us. They're dodging us. With his coming of age, my tuition of expansion is at an end. With sufficient tutelage, even a child that has displayed little natural inclination towards careful planning such as expansion can come to truly understand its uses. He now knows a lot of ways to get what he wants. Most importantly, he's highly aware of the political implications of those wants. Cool. You are known for your dedication to the faith. My chancellor basically infuriated the Almohads. The Almohads are kind of picking up again. They fragmented, but they're picking up their territory again. Okay, so I'm going to go for their capital here. Oh, wow. That was a devastating blow for them. Look at that. We're only getting fame here, and we're only getting closer to Exalted Among Men. So this is turning into a regional conflict here. I think now it's time to capture some territory. Who knows? Maybe I can eventually turn Marrakesh into my capital? Although there's nothing that hasn't actually been built here. In the holdings here. I'll check that out later, but it might be nice to move capitals eventually. So we're at 93%. I'm going to go and fight this one last battle here. I'm not sure if that's going to give us more war score, because we've already kind of devastated their army, but let's go and give it a shot. Apparently we have a major advantage. Look, we're really crushing them here. And that's a victory right there. And here we are. We got Anbia here. Sorry, I meant we got Marrakesh here, the Duchy of Marrakesh. Title which I can create. So now I can also create the Kingdom of Maghreb, and that's what I wanted to do. This is exactly what I wanted to do. Now, there is an issue here. There's an issue of succession. We are a partition system, okay? And that means that if my character dies right now, oh, you best bet that two sons are gonna have kingdoms. So I don't know what we're gonna have to do here. I think, I mean, I hope he can die in prison, but let's just say I wanted to actually disinherit him. It's kind of costly. I mean, I like having renown for legacies, right? But at the same time, right now we have two kingdoms. I'm gonna make the Grand Emirate of Maghreb the primary title. Okay? And I just like, I think it's better kingdom. But we don't have much of its territory, so we're obviously gonna have to kind of consolidate what else we have later. Can maybe do holy wars, and go for these areas here. Thing is though, I'm also gonna have to distribute the land properly, right? See what I'm gonna do. Am I gonna turn this place into my capital? So I can't construct the buildings here because I have a tribal government. So how much do I benefit from this castle holding, right? These are the questions here. How long or how far away am I from actually, should I become a clan? I can basically maybe in 10 years actually pass absolute tribal authority and become, feudal or clan. In my case, I become feudal. And then with that, let me see, the decision, adopt clan ways, has 70% of all military and civic tribal era innovations. So we're still a little bit far away from that. Let me check that out. Well, I am focusing on these folks. So we're still a little bit far away, but it's 15 years. So maybe around the time that we get the Mubarizun, and then we can get maybe onagers later, we will have, we will have perhaps 70% of those innovations, and then eventually, move forward. So I think I'm gonna stop for the time being here. I think we've captured enough, and eventually I want to see how far away I am from creating the Empire of Maghreb. Still far away, but at least now we got the kingdom. I'm gonna think of ways to deal with the succession crisis. But I mean, look, I have 1, 2, wait, no, that's a daughter. 2, 3, 4 sons that I would have to disinherit. And that's costly on your renown, right? I mean, it's for non-heirs, it's I think 75 renown, or no, it's 150 to disinherit. When you can be using that renown for other things, but there's always that one option of when fragmentation comes, you kill the brothers, you murder brothers. So when I die, I'm obviously gonna lose a kingdom, but that's not the end of the world, right? So look at this place though. I get the benefits of those buildings, though the thing is that you cannot construct them and you cannot upgrade them. That's the only thing. But maybe because I'm planning on going feudal very soon, or clan that is, it might perhaps be wisest to take Marrakesh as a capital. And so Wadan here is all the way here. I mean, it's developed and everything. I'm gonna basically wait out and see and think about kind of how I divide this kingdom. But here, I mean, I can give this to, no, actually, let me give Fazaz to somebody new who's of the same culture, who's of the same religion. That person will become landed. So now we're at 5-5, and I'll probably move the seat of the capital to Marrakesh because it's gonna be a pretty solid city, and you also get a building slot for this area as well. Move out of the desert with the oasis that we're in, and new origins here in another oasis in Marrakesh. right? But also close to the Umayyads, when we're gonna have to start harassing too. So I'll be back with more content. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.